We are back at it again here with another video with the Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, hitting another dip area here and continuing to break through key support levels. And within today's volatility, the SPY bot sent out a bear indicator at 8:55 a.m. and going into the bell and after the bell, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision. And put options went up 200% plus within hours, guys. And you could see it there on the options chain. It went much higher than that. And if you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, trying to find support here at a key support level below 395, which is 393 to 392. And if those levels get broken through, the next support we talked about was 390. Now, we have some key levels to talk about and what's going on here to the upside and downside. But before we break it all down, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunities that were mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home runs of the day were spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on in the pre-market and receive this edge and clarity of the charts, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. And by joining, you'll become part of our growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the first home run was from our Apple bot. Our Apple bot at 9:35 a.m. sent out a bear indicator. And from that moment forward, the outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision. And put options went up 200% plus within an hour, guys. Our second home run, we caught this one in the pre-market. SMMT. We were looking for those inflows to pick up. They did. Full strength there on 42 vision. Plus a bull indicator, and towards the bell, it jumped up a highest point of 30% plus, gave other jumps throughout the day, and reached a highest point later in the day of 40% plus since mentioned in the pre-market, guys. If you guys want to know about these stocks early on in the pre-market and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, check out the link down below in the description to the Discord. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to hit a dip area here of white with red borders, coming all the way back down, losing all those gains that happened in one single day back here on November 30th and losing it in the last 4 days, right? And now it's the question mark, will it find support here or break even further below it? And we're going to look at the charts here together. And if it's your first time coming across the channel, white with red borders is what we call the dip areas, as you could see here in the history of the chart, and the rip areas is bright with green bars, and you could see it from the dip to the rip and from the rip to the dip. We can see the strength and weakness within the charts, and we also use the bull and bear indicators in inflow versus outflow, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY trying to push itself back up, and yesterday it popped up with a bear indicator up here at around 404, and we talked about if it broke through 400 in previous videos, right? Way back here, we talked about if it broke through it, it was going to be a key level of psychology here between the bulls and bears, right? A lot of people are anticipating and speculating that anything above 400, the bulls have strength. Anything below it, the bears have strength, right? And yesterday it hit lows here of 398, bounced back up towards 400 and rejected in today's pre-market and pulled itself right back down, broke through 398, and the next support we were watching was 395, broke right through it and went all the way down towards 391 and broke below the next support we were looking at, which was 393. Below that was 390, and here it is fighting to bring itself back up. Now, that bear indicator never got canceled by a bull indicator today, and towards the bell, the outflows, right? They were actually getting canceled by some inflows, and they never crossed back up the midpoint, guys. We were looking for that to happen. If it didn't and it rejected and it switched from green to red and continued to pull down lower, it was going to signify further weakness on the chart, and that bear indicator was going to continue to dominate over the chart. And here we are, all the way down in the 390s, and I'm going to share with you guys here what it is that I'm looking at going into tomorrow, and I'm going to share my honest, humble opinion, not financial advice, just my perspective and opinion alone on why I believe the market is falling so fast, because just as much as it went up, it's gone down, right? So let's go ahead and break it down. The first thing is a lot of the data points are coming out recently, and they're actually contradicting all the dovishness that the market was pricing in here, that the Fed had created, right? That Jay Powell had created on this date, November 30th, and also after the whole entire beige book that came out, right? And everybody started getting very excited and anticipating and speculating on a Santa rally. Now, some people are stating that it's still possible if we double bottom from here, right? But we still need to see. It's too early. Right now, we're at a really weak state with the chart, and we need to watch these areas very carefully. And a lot of the data is coming out and creating the whole entire speculation now, and the uncertainty of, was everything that the Fed stated on November 30th correct? Has that changed? And what does the data imply? The second thing is, and this has been my opinion all year, that volatility is going to continue, right? And all I've been doing, and I've stated this in previous videos, I'm going to maximize within these moves because they're happening really, really fast. We have days that we're going up back to back. We have days that we're going down back to back, and then so forth, right? And sometimes we have chop. But within that chop, the movement up and down daily presents opportunities. And I'm going to be watching always these inflow versus outflows for further weakness, and also the bull and bear indicators. Right now on the 30-minute, we have weakness. On the 1 hour, I had stated we hit a dip area, the outflows are dominating, and we need to watch if they stay below it. But the next time frame that I went up towards, which I usually do not pull up in this current circumstance, was the 4 hour, right? I went all the way to the 4 hour and stated, hey, in the live video, I was showing you guys the bear indicator was popping up, closing out, and it had not confirmed yet because of the fact that it needed 4 more hours, or about an hour, excuse me, to go ahead and confirm, because the bars need to close. It never confirmed yesterday, and today in the pre-market, it confirmed after the bell into a few hours into the market. And here we are with a bear indicator right around the same area I was trying to confirm yesterday, between that 400 to 401 area. And the outflows had crossed yesterday, and if it went further down, it was going to signify further weakness, right? We wanted this to come back up, and it didn't. And the last piece that's missing here for a complete transition is white with red borders. The last time we saw that was back here on September 30th, based off the 4 hour chart. It doesn't guarantee or mean it has to happen, because it has found support and reversed from these red bars following a bear indicator, right? But the last 3 times bear indicators popped up on the 4 hour, you could see it here. It's lasted for several bars back to back, and the least amount was the most recent one, which was about 5 bars to 7 bars back to back. We just got our second bar after this bear indicator. Definitely something to watch. And we have historical support here at 390, which I've broken down in previous videos. Now let's go ahead and look at this more zoomed in, and let's go ahead and break it down, what key levels to watch for tomorrow. So the first thing is here on the 15-minute, you could see that the inflows are trying to come back up here towards the second half of the day. We want to see these inflows cross back over. You could see how significant this move is becoming, and it could become much more significant to the upside if the inflows cross back up. You could see it right here. The last time inflows crossed over with some strength, the stock went from 403 to 407. Now, currently, it's under a bear indicator since way up here at 405. We want this to bring itself back up and cancel that bear indicator by a bull indicator, and that the inflows cross back up to the upside on the 15-minute and start heading towards 398 to 400, right? And then that could start rolling over into the 30-minute here, and we want this continuation to happen on multiple time frames to then cancel out this bear indicator, get another bull indicator, and get that strength and staircase effect going here on the 30-minute, right? To go ahead and build itself up, push itself up, and get back over 400. And if it could do that, the next resistance above that right now that I'm looking at very closely is 403 to 404 right here, right? Where that last bear indicator popped up since the drawdown, right? And you could see how the outflows have been dominating since way back here in the after hours on December 2nd and also here December 5th. It continued, and since then it's been below, and today it rejected as it was getting really close. That's what caused the further downside. So this is significant. This is crucial. This is important, guys. If it continues to reject, we can continue to see further weakness. I'm going to point out the downside in just a moment, the support levels that I'm watching, but here on the 1 hour as well, we want these inflows, even if they can't cross back over the midpoint, to start building themselves back up, shifting and staying green and going closer to the midpoint, guys, so that pull up can start. And also, we're in a very significant dip area here, and it could create a double bottom, like I stated earlier, if this actually builds some strength. So something to watch and not ignore and overlook. Now, to the downside, the first support is 392. Below that is 390. That is significant. And then below that level is all the way back down towards 385, guys. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.